Meta lost 0.24% in the regular session of Friday, the 19th of September 2025. The extrapolation of its 3 day moving average is saying that it's going to continue the expansion that began sometime, early this month. I think it got a pivot on Wednesday, on Wednesday, the 3rd of September. The extrapolation is saying that its 3 day moving average, if anything, is going to remain strong up till Wednesday the 24th. And then after that, we may have a contraction. Um, Upper projections are currently saying 7 point. They are mostly down to the. I mean, they're mostly to the downside. We have 704.51, 717.89, 739.55. No projection to the upside currently on based on this daily chart. However, this I think this is an all-time high of 790. It has a probability of that is less than 50% that it will retest that. I mean, I don't really think there's any doubts about that. If you listen to what certain veterans are saying, they will tell you that we are in for a relentless bull run. High prices in the broader market and including stocks like Meta will continue to print into the foreseeable future. So the odds of it printing 761, sorry, or the odds of it retesting $790 is not it's less than 50%, but it is there. It's probably something close to around 20% or thereabout. However, projections going all the way back to the 29th of July was saying prices as high as 803.66. Yeah, before that, as of the 25th, it had 797.83, So if you think of the upside, I mean, think of any price to the upside, Meta is going to print it at some point. Price pressure momentums, the 10-day moving average is still trending. However, it has a negative second derivative. Its 21-day moving average is not trending, it's maintaining the trend. And has a negative first derivative. I think all of that indicates that there's still some pressure ahead. Even though it's been trending, it's been there's some resistance ahead. Yeah, and especially with the fact that it actually lost 0.24%. So that's just validating that there is some resistance ahead, but it's going to surmount it regardless. It will surmount it. Intraday high 790.80. So that all-time high it actually did test it. So as a matter of fact, it tested it on Friday the 19th. So yeah, it has actually done that. So if you if the probability is less than 20%, it's just statistically the odds of it happening, especially that it happened just a few hours ago. Even it wasn't just if it wasn't just it actually surpassed it, going by the fact that we have 70.80 here. So sorry, 790.80. We can just quickly have a look at its weekly chart. On its weekly chart, extrapolation of its 3 period moving average is saying that there's going to be. It was already contracting as of one day, as of the post market session of Friday the 19th. So it's saying that it's going to continue and maybe begin to consider. It's going to continue up till Wednesday the 24th pre market session, and then consider the date thereafter. Going all the way towards Wednesday the 1st of October. Projections here saying 789.96, 807.60, Price pressure momentums. Let's see what we have here. Okay, they're both in trend modes, and there are no negative values here. So let's see. It says a meta platform faces challenges from a new 100,000 HB World Visa. Okay, yeah. Okay, needs personnel. Okay, so there's more news. This company is trying to get it into power grid. Yeah, power grid movement. It wants to make sure it secures its energy supply. So let's listen to what's going on.
Meta Platforms is entering the wholesale power trading business to gain greater control over the energy supply for its data centers, which have an enormous and growing appetite for electricity. By forming a subsidiary, ATEM Energy LLC, and seeking authorization from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC, to become a power marketer, Meta will be able to buy and sell electricity, capacity, and ancillary services directly in the wholesale market. The soaring power demands of AI. The primary driver behind Meta's move is the immense power consumption required to run and build increasingly powerful artificial intelligence systems. Training large AI models requires vast computational resources, with thousands of graphics processing units running constantly and consuming massive amounts of electricity. Power demand from data centers is projected to quadruple over the next decade, with some new facilities alone expected to consume as much power as a small city. This energy demand has created an urgent challenge for major technology companies like Meta, Microsoft, and Alphabet, all of whom are competing in the AI race. A natural next step for energy management. Becoming a power marketer is the latest development in Meta's energy management strategy. This shift grants the company more agility and control compared to relying solely on traditional utility providers. The key benefits include cost optimization. Trading directly in wholesale markets allows Meta to capitalize on price fluctuations. It can purchase electricity when market prices are low and potentially sell excess power back to the grid for a profit during times of peak demand. Grid independence. With its own power generation capabilities, such as on site generators or large scale renewable projects, Meta can achieve a degree of energy independence. This provides resilience against grid outages and supply shortages. Clean energy strategy. A Meta representative noted that entering the wholesale market is a natural next step as the company works toward its goal of powering its operations with clean energy. As a power marketer, Meta can more easily integrate and manage power from its own renewable sources, like the solar and wind farms it contracts with through power purchase agreements, PPAs. Following the trend, Meta is not the first major tech company to become an active power trader. Companies like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft have already secured similar authorizations from regulators to manage their energy needs. The regulatory process. To gain power marketer status, Meta's subsidiary, ATEM Energy LLC, must obtain market based rate authorization from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC. Application filing. The application requests authorization to sell electricity, capacity, and ancillary services at wholesale market rates. Meta has asked for approval by November 16th, 2025. Market membership. Once authorized by FERC, the subsidiary will need to apply for membership in one of the competitive regional transmission organizations, RTOs, such as the Mid Continent Independent System Operator, MISO, which oversees the grid where Meta's data center in Louisiana is located. Scrutiny and compliance. The approval process requires FERC to ensure that the power marketer cannot manipulate the market or create barriers for other participants. This strategic move allows Meta to more efficiently and profitably manage the immense and rapidly growing power demands of its expanding AI infrastructure.
Okay, thank you very much for watching this video.